Every single morning before the market opens, I run the exact same 5-minute pre-market routine. 3 reads in the same order every single day, and by 9:30, I already know my bias, I already know my levels, I already know exactly what I'm looking for. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Matt. I've been trading over the past 8 years now, and I've been publicly sharing all of my trades over the past 4 years. Now, here's the problem. Most traders load in their charts at 9:29 and they immediately react to price at 9:30. That is exactly how you end up as exit liquidity because the trade is decided before 9:30. The people who get paid trading New York session open are the ones that have a plan in advance. They've decided their trade ideas before the market even opened. And I can prove all this to you right now because here is what one of those mornings actually looks like. Okay, this is live price action, guys. Okay, these levels were marked sitting on my chart at 9:25 a.m. This is 5 minutes before market open. I'm already planning out my trade. I'm already marking out my levels. Here's what it looks like on a higher time frame. The market open swept one side of liquidity that I was looking for, tapped right into my higher time frame fair value gap, and then ran straight into the draw that I had marked in pre-market. Now, there's a lot that goes into those 5 minutes of marking up my charts before the market opens, and that's exactly what I'm breaking down in 3 reads step by step. Here's the entire routine at a glance, okay? I do this in the same order every single morning, and it always ends in either one decision, okay? I either take the scenario I had for myself in pre-market or I don't trade at all. The last thing I'm going to do is FOMO into a trade because it's literally impossible for me to FOMO when I'm simply following my scenarios and my conditions that I set for myself before the market opens. So the first read is the context, higher time frame control. Are we respecting bullish or bearish fair value gaps? Read number 2 are the levels. Okay, I'm looking at 15-minute, 1 hour, and 4-hour fair value gaps plus the pre-market range. This is today's battlefield. This is where I'll be looking to execute a trade. And finally, the most important, we have the draws on liquidity or my higher time frame DOLs. Where does price want to go? Do my context and my draw agree? Because sometimes the higher time frame context will be bullish, but I may have bearish draws on liquidity. In that case, I will not enter a trade. I need to see my bearish draws on liquidity taken first and then target my higher time frame bullish draws on liquidity. Now, the context just means who's in control, right? Are we in a clear bullish uptrend? Are we in a clear bearish downtrend? Are we accumulating? Now, we find out who's in control by looking at fair value gaps. A respected gap or a fair value gap that has already been tested that price is reacting off of means that that side is in control. The control flips on a closure through that gap, otherwise known as an inversion fair value gap. We don't only use inversion fair value gaps as an entry trigger, we also use these on a higher time frame to figure out who's in control. So this is an example of a respected fair value gap. And ideally, guys, this is going to be a higher time frame like a 1 hour or a 4-hour fair value gap. You can see clearly we have created this bullish fair value gap right here. Price tapped into this fair value gap and now is expanding to the upside, breaking market structure, creating a higher high. Now, what does this tell you? It tells you that buyers are in control until proven otherwise, right? So there's no way I'm going to be looking for a short here when the higher time frame is clearly bullish. Bulls are in control. Now, here's an example of the control flipping from bullish to bearish, right? We have that same bullish fair value gap on a higher time frame, but now instead of price respecting this bullish fair value gap and continuing higher, you can see that we have closed a candle below that bullish fair value gap, creating an inversion fair value gap. Now, this one closure alone is crucial, okay? This changes the day's bias altogether because now I'm not going to be bullish if on a higher time frame I have a disrespected bullish fair value gap. This tells me that bullish order flow has been disrespected on a higher time frame, and that now I should be looking for continuation shorts down to my lower draws on liquidity. Very simple stuff here. So let's go over the context read together here on live price action. So your chart will look something like this. All we're going to do is spend 60 seconds on the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frame. Let's pretend that we are on the 1-hour time frame here. The question that we need to ask ourselves is who is in control? Now, there is a lot of information on this chart, so let's go one by one. The first thing I notice is that all the way over here to the left, we have an inversion fair value gap. We had this bearish fair value gap down, that price ended up closing above, creating an inversion. After that inversion, we started creating bullish fair value gaps on this leg up, clearly making higher highs and higher lows. We have also created another 1-hour bullish fair value gap that price is respecting. And now we've created another move up, breaking market structure, creating new bullish 1-hour fair value gaps. This one happens to be unmitigated. Now, obviously, guys, common sense will tell you that we are in a bullish uptrend. If it is not extremely clear who is in control on a higher time frame, this is where we'll need to go down down to a lower time frame, look for our lower time frame draws and liquidity. But guys, if I do not have a clear higher time frame draw and liquidity, I am not trading, because if I don't have a higher time frame target, then what am I trading towards? And guys, it probably took less than 60 seconds to figure out who's in control. All we need to know is that we are disrespecting bearish fair value gaps, creating new bullish fair value gaps, and not only creating them, but actually respecting them, putting in higher highs and higher lows. Okay, before we get into read number 2, make sure to leave a like on this video, because this is quite literally everything that I do in pre-market as a profitable trader. I don't know a single person that strictly reacts to price and doesn't have scenarios before heading into market open. Okay, heading on to read number 2. This is where we mark our battlefield. Now, the reason I call it the battlefield is because this is going to be a slightly lower time frame where we're actually going to execute. Because remember, we're not executing on a higher time frame. That's just to figure out who's in control. Okay, at this point, we are going to zoom in to the 1 hour and the 15-minute time frames. Mark only what price is actively working with, as well as any other internal liquidity levels that we might see. On these time frames, we're simply going to be marking out the unmitigated 1 hour and the 15-minute fair value gaps. These are going to be today's delivery zones, meaning we want to see price come into these 1 hour and these 15-minute fair value gaps, and then look for our lower time frame entry confirmation. We're also going to be marking out the pre-market range. These are going to be the levels that the open will manipulate into. Now, a really simple way of thinking of the pre-market range is just going to be the 8 a.m. highs and lows, or if there's any other obvious levels like the London session high or lows, I will also use those levels. Now, keep the chart clean, okay? If a level isn't blatantly obvious, it doesn't get marked. And again, guys, this probably shouldn't take you more than a minute of your time. Okay, finally, moving on to read 3, which is where does price actually want to go? In other words, this is the draw on liquidity. If you do not have a draw on liquidity, you have nothing to target, meaning there is no trade. Now, what are some clear and obvious draws on liquidity that we can target? Relative equal highs and equal lows. Whenever I see I have a relative equal high or low that goes along with my higher time frame context, this is always a very nice DOL. Previous session high or previous day highs and lows, low resistance liquidity, which is my favorite, a series of at least 3 failure swings or untapped highs, creating a sort of trendline liquidity, new week opening gap, right? Sunday's open versus Friday's close. Usually this is filled by Sunday night or Monday, or any untapped higher time frame fair value gaps price hasn't returned to. Now, for an A+ setup, what I like to see is low resistance liquidity leading up to my higher time frame draw on liquidity. For example, let's say this is an untapped fair value gap or a previous session high. What I would like to see is some sort of low resistance liquidity that is leading up into that higher time frame level. This is where I'll look for price to deliver from a 15-minute or a 1 hour fair value gap and then target my DOL. So now you know the 3 reads, right? You have context, which is telling you who's in control. You have the draw on liquidity, where it tells you where price wants to go. However, you need to have alignment between the two, okay? They need to agree. If your context and your draw on liquidity agree, then this works, okay? You have one scenario, one direction. All you're looking for would be, in this case, long positions towards your draw on liquidity. If they disagree and you have conflicting biases, you do not have a trade, okay? There's nothing clear. You want to sit on your hands until something becomes more clear. If you have a strong draw above and below with price in the middle, you need to wait for one side to get taken first. So let's say my higher time frame context is bullish and I have clear bullish draws and liquidity higher, maybe being untapped session highs or low resistance liquidity, but I have obvious low resistance liquidity at my stop loss below me. In that case, I do not trade. I need to wait for that liquidity to get taken below me to then target the liquidity above me. I do not want to be in between conflicting DOLs. Okay, so here's a full read on one chart in less than 5 minutes. So here's what 9:25 will look like. Okay, you are yet to have the market open, and we're going to go through this step by step. So I can see that we are clearly in a higher time frame uptrend, and actually on this trade example, we were respecting higher time frame bullish fair value gaps, meaning I have a bullish bias. I only want to be looking for longs. Next, what I'm going to do is drop down to a 15-minute and 1 hour and mark out my unmitigated fair value gaps. Okay, you can see I have an unmitigated 1 hour fair value gap below price. Next, I'm going to be marking out the pre-market range, which happens to be in this accumulation. I also have some of these internal structure lows lower, as well as this 8 a.m. low lower. This is when I begin to write out my scenarios for a long position to then target higher. A scenario is simply an if this, then that statement. The routine doesn't just end with markings on your chart. It ends with 2 or 3 written scenarios, okay? Now, a scenario can also hold something called conditions, which I'll get into in just a moment as well. So here's an example of a scenario. I'm bullish while we hold the 1 hour gap, a sweep of the lows at market open, and I'm looking for longs into the draw above. So this is my if this, then that scenario, right? If we we hold this 1 hour bullish fair value gap and we get a sweep of the lows at open, then I will look for longs. This 1 hour fair value gap would be my condition, which goes hand in hand with my scenario. Meaning if we end up inversing this 1 hour fair value gap, then I will be bearish and I will not be looking for long positions anymore. Another example, a 1 hour closure through that gap flips it, then I'm looking for continuations lower. So that would be scenario number 2. If we inverse that 1 hour bullish fair value gap and we get a closure below, then I will look for shorts lower. And finally, if neither happens by 11 a.m., I'm done and there's no trade. I don't know how many of you guys are actually going to go out there and do this yourself, but I do this every single morning. In fact, I publicly share my scenarios every single morning inside the Discord, and almost every single day, at least one of those scenarios plays out. For example, today I was looking for a sweep of the 8 a.m. lows to target the low resistance liquidity higher, and we ended up getting just that. So make sure to have your 2 to 3 scenarios written out. Okay, going back to the previous example I just showed you, where we have the bullish context and there's only one scenario. There's no scenario where I'm looking for a short position because my higher time frame context is clearly bullish. We're respecting the 1 hour bullish fair value gap during the opening, followed by a V-shaped inversion, which is my entry model. You can see that this trade played out perfectly, and this was also a trade that we took inside of the Discord. Now, real quick, guys, every single thing I've shared with you in this video, I've coded into its own indicator called the Manipulation X indicator that shows you these key levels, these higher time frame fair value gaps, low resistance liquidity, you name it. I also live trade NASDAQ every single morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern using the exact same routine that I'm sharing with you guys in this video. So if you guys want to trade with me live and get access to my custom trading tools, make sure to click the first link in the description below. Let's take a look at the same routine using a bearish context. So starting with the higher time frame context, the first thing I can see is that we are clearly in a downtrend, still making lower lows and lower highs on a higher time frame. We also have this unmitigated 1 hour bearish fair value gap, and we are building up all of this low resistance liquidity to the downside. So my if this then that scenario for the day would be if price taps into this 1 hour bearish fair value gap, sweeps this pre-market high and gives a V-shaped inversion, then I would go short and target my draws lower. Moving down to a lower time frame, you can see we build more low resistance liquidity in that pre-market accumulation, sweep right into this hourly bearish fair value gap, followed by a V-shaped inversion. That's going to be our short entry and simply target our London low all the way over here. Okay, and here's an example of a no trade day. Sometimes the most profitable outcome is just not trading. Okay, just closing your laptop. If you don't have clear context, if you don't have a clear DOL, don't trade. So on a higher time frame, we are clearly bullish. We've created a higher high and we are respecting this bullish 4 hour fair value gap. That means I'll be looking for longs back to this high. Now, what's the issue with this trade if we go down to a lower time frame? Well, number one, this equal high has already been swept, so we don't have any low resistance liquidity to target. We're still inside of a 15-minute bearish fair value gap, and we have equal lows at the Asia lows. So because I have DOLs below me still, we're inside of a lower time frame bearish fair value gap, and I don't have any low resistance liquidity to target. I do not have a clear DOL. This is a no trade environment for me. Now, I want to make something very clear. This entire pre-market routine does not predict price action. All it does is prepare you. You should have these scenarios beforehand that you are able to react off of so you're not FOMOing into a trade, but ultimately you don't know what's going to happen, which is why you always need to react to price, not predict price. Well, guys, that's going to be it for me in this video. If you guys want my entire toolkit, which comes with live trading every single morning, access to the Manipulation X indicator, and also learn how to scale to 5K per month trading prop firms, all that's going to be down in the description below if you guys are interested. Make sure to leave a like on this video if you guys enjoyed, subscribe to the channel for more trading content, and I'll see you guys next video.